Paul Griffin's my name. I'm proud to be a member of the Immunisation Coalition and an ID physician from Brisbane. Excuse the big jacket, but when it gets below 20, all our puffer jackets come out, and so if I shiver while I'm up here, you'll understand why. So it's my pleasure to be the chair for this event this evening, which I think is fantastic after a big day talking about a lot of things to do with RSV. To get a lot of experts assembled in the room for a chat is great, I think. So this will be a short, focused meeting with key messages and recommendations documented, provided to the government by the Immunisation Coalition for further discussion and follow-up. Of course, I'll start with some thanks. So it takes a lot to organise an event like this. So Associate Professor Hannah Moore, Ian Barr, and a lot of Immunisation Coalition staff have put in a lot of effort to get this up and running. So sincere thanks to those guys. So this is, of course, a hybrid meeting. So it's great to have so many people in the room, and a lot of people who we've probably all been on virtual meetings with for a long time. Sitting together drinking good wine is excellent, but there's also 400 or more people online. So obviously remember, if we're asking questions, which is certainly encouraged, use the microphone so the online people can participate. It's great, we've got CPD accreditation, so for GPs joining us online, there's RAC GP accredited, it's an event, accredited event. Ours will be logged by the Immunisation Coalition, and for all other delegates, a CME certificate of completion can be provided. I'd like to start, of course, with an acknowledgement of country. So I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the various lands on which we work, and we welcome any and all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people attending this event today. And I, on behalf of the Immunisation Coalition, would like to pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging, and specifically acknowledge the Kaurna people, the traditional custodians of the land on which we gather here at the Adelaide Convention Centre. We recognise and celebrate the diversity of Aboriginal peoples and their ongoing cultures and connections to the lands and waters of Australia. So a little bit of housekeeping. So in front of you is the program. And as I mentioned, it's amazing we've got such an esteemed group of people assembled to both give presentations and then participate in the panel at the end. Obviously, it'd be fantastic to go into a lot of detail about the developments in RSV immunisation, which there's of course been many. The meeting's been designed to maximise engagement and encourage learning. So please do come up with questions. We'll try and make it interactive, and as I mentioned, use the microphones provided. And there's also mechanisms for taking questions online. So if I'm looking at my phone, I'm not checking my text. It's because I'm looking at the questions so we can get all the online questions answered as well. I'd of course like to thank again all the presenters and moderators for sharing their experience and expertise. And as I said, we're very fortunate to have a fantastic group of people assembled, and a lot of really knowledgeable people, of course, in the audience as well. So that's why it'd be great if we can get everyone participating. For the bios, these have been provided and are available on the Immunisation Coalition website, so I'll keep those very short. Mine at the top is that one with a terrible old photo, so just ignore that. But everyone's bios are there, so you can have a look at everyone's qualifications, and it's very clear we've got an amazing panel assembled. This will be recorded, so be careful if you're talking up the back, because that'll be picked up. But it will be recorded and available on the Immunisation Coalition website in a few weeks' time, so you'll be able to come back and watch that later. And of course, we can't have an event like this. I mentioned it takes a lot of people to organise, but of course takes sponsorship to put this together. A lot of our sponsors are shown on that slide. So our platinum sponsor, Sanofi, and gold sponsors GSK, Moderna, MSD and Pfizer. We're very grateful for their support and really appreciate facilitating putting together what I think will be a fantastic meeting.